When you're listening to nothing but the best of oldies, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
How does this guy know our age? That's what I got to know. That's the Ted Williams knows everything. Welcome back here to the PM Show. I'm Michael Horn.
And I'm Paul Stern.
Pam McNeely.
Paul Stern really has it down. Okay, so we're getting entertainment news from the great Pam McNeely here from the Showbiz Capital. Now let's talk seriously a little bit about Michael Douglas, because I think he was on like Entertainment Tonight or one of those
Access
shows.
Hollywood.
It was at Access Hollywood
With Billy Bush.
and he made the announcement that he has beaten cancer.
I've got it beat. I feel good, relieved. The tumor is gone.
Voice sounds pretty good in that thing. He looked a little gaunt when you go through that chemotherapy or whatever he went through, but the attitude is really there. He said his family is celebrated.
We've had a big celebration this last couple of days when I found out that the tumor's gone.
And he was also surprised by the outpouring of people caring about him.
The affection from my family, from my friends, hit me at a much deeper level than I would have ever imagined before.
He and his wife, Catherine Zeta Jones.
Zeta.
I think it's Zeta.
Zeta.
What? I
Zeta.
said Zeta, and they called it Zeta the last time I was corrected, but you guys say what you want to. Anyway, Michael, obviously she knew about it, but he said he was very straightforward with his kids.
I told them about the cancer, right from the beginning. I took them down to a couple of radiation treatments, and they saw all the Star Wars treatment going around. They thought it was cool. And so it made up for all those days when Dad was lying on the couch, and couldn't get up.
Now, he's going to be in some movies or something. I mean, the deepness of the voice is still, you can hear a little bit of it's rounded off on the sides because he did have the problem in the throat with the throat cancer, but he's scheduled to do a movie soon, right?
Well, the deepness of voice isn't going to matter because he's scheduled to do Liberace.
Really? That's the next movie. That's what I heard, yeah.
Liberace?
Yeah. So, yeah, he's
Liberace?
not going to need to have that resonant baritone. But he's lost something, I don't know, 32 pounds or something, and he's gained back 12 or some odd. So he's still got
That's a good sign.
Some to gain back. But he said he eats. He was also on the Today Show with Matt Lauer, and he says he eats constantly. He just can't get the weight back on.
I'll tell you, it's a role model. He's a great guy for going on Letterman's show and the other shows he went on to talk about it, expressing it to his family, expressing it to us. I hope everything goes really well for the guy. I
He's
really
actually
do.
a really nice guy. I
Super
spent
guy.
3 years.
You did,
with
didn't you?
You
spent 3 years with him?
I did. 3
Oh,
days.
you're married to him or something?
3 days.
Oh, 3 days.
For 3 years.
Oh, I thought maybe
Helping
maybe
to
your
manage.
husband didn't know about this.
No, Steve was there too, and was Catherine, as was Catherine. So it was the four of us, and a whole golf tournament full of people. But
Now,
he's very nice.
Paula Abdul's got this great new show that's on right now, and I'm loving dance shows, and she was on the Ellen Show. And she started talking about her new show that's called Live the Dance.
You can be anywhere from 6 years old, we say, to 106. Right. We have 6-year-olds. We have an amazing couple called Bev and Hap, who are youngsters at 83 and 69. And everything in between. We have all different styles. You can enter as a solo, a duo, or a group of any size.
Now, here's the thing. The show, it's going to be great because Paula Abdul was one of the key things that
You
made
didn't watch the
American Idol
show.
#1.
You didn't watch the show last week.
and
It
here's
was the
the
biggest
best-
snooze fest.
Here's the best thing. It's going to be going right opposite American Idol.
We are on Wednesday nights.
Right now. And then Idol is going to suddenly change its schedule, and you're going to be opposite Idol?
You know what? When I heard that was happening, I said, oh. I said, well, you know what? 2 shows, different genres, and basically the same kind of wide demographic audience that's going to love both. And I always say, thank God for DVRs.
Yeah.
She's going to get buried.
I don't
watched
think so.
You didn't watch. I watched both episodes last week.
I don't think so.
It's on again tonight, Wednesday. I am not following it anymore.
When it's time period.
Yeah, but
and
that was
here's
the
thing,
looky-loo factor.
All she has to do, even though she's got that love-hate relationship with Simon Cowell, all she has to do is invite him on as a special guest or maybe a judge.
He won't go
Things
on it.
could be great.
Very tumultuous. Definitely love-hate in the sense that actually when we're on the hating side, I will cross the street and walk on the other side. I avoid him like the plague.
Yeah, 'cause
But
she
you had
walks
to
on so
sit
many
next to him
streets.
all that time, though, so you can't cross the street.
You know what? I gave him the cold shoulder at times where he would be laughing hysterically. I'd be so mad at him. And the more I get mad, the more I was feeding into his yeah, all the time. But, you know, it's like he's an acquired taste. I grew He's like fungus in a sense that he sticks around for a long time, and then finally you just surrender to it.
There you go. That's a good read on Simon Cowell. And Ellen probably agrees because she was on the same show, American Idol. She's not judging this year, is she? Here's the thing American Idol has this year. J-Lo. J-Lo could bring the numbers up.
I'm going to go ahead and book my reservation at TGIF for Wednesday. I believe they have all-you-can-eat shrimp.
You're not going to watch either of the shows?
I don't think so.
I think she would because at one point, Paula Abdul made Simon Cowell cry.
When they lifted up the partition and I walked out there and I saw him, and he actually was shocked, and he started welling up, which I always like making Simon cry.
That doesn't happen often.
Not often.
Yeah.
There you have it. So I think the show, watch. Mark it down. I'm telling you right now.
Watch the show,
I'm
and
gonna
then
watch.
I want to hear back next week after you've actually
I'm gonna
seen the
see it.
show.
I'm going to DVR it. I will. Going to do it.
It sucks.
Going to do it. Going to be there.
Those
I'm telling you
senior
right now.
citizens dancing sure does kind of conjure up a lot of interesting images.
Do you know why it's great, Tomas, to watch senior citizens dance?
When you're listening to nothing but the best of oldies, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
Those oldies, I tell you, they can dance. They can really bring it. Now, what else you got, Pam? What about ratings? You said Conan O'Brien off the air is starting to make a move on those young numbers again.
Conan O'Brien, for the first 2 months that he's been on TBS, is the #1 rated late night show for adults 18 to 49, which is the demo that advertisers want.
Thanks, Conan.
So he's got.
We love your show.
He's got one.
Tell us another funny one.
He's got 1.35 million viewers versus 1.16 for Leno. So
He's got how many?
I'm sorry. He's got 1.44. Leno's got 1.35 million.
Oh, big deal.
And Letterman's got 1.16.
Oh, come on. So
No, he's winning, though.
So overall, who's winning? It's Pam.
But in the currency that advertisers care about.
Overall,
in adults 18 to 49,
Pam McNeely.
he's winning.
Pam McNeely.
No, in
Overall,
the currency
Pam
of
McNeely.
television.
Overall,
You're
who's
used to
winning?
the currency of radio and the currency of
Ted,
television.
Ted Williams, who's winning?
When you're listening to nothing but the best of oldies, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
That's Leno overall. There you go. And he's very close in the 18 to 49. So enjoy while you can.
Who gets
Here's
paid
the thing.
the most?
Yeah, who does get paid the most?
Leno
yeah.
does about 50 million. Conan gets 35 million, but a commercial on each costs the same.
Here's the thing. They hat off to Conan a little bit because he really doesn't have, like a strong lead-ins like the network shows do.
Exactly.
He's got like some of those TBS movies.
He's got like Friends as the lead-in,
Well,
like
that's a
season
good
3
show.
of Friends.
Oh, so maybe that's helping him. Season 3 was great.